said last week you didn't want to get ahead of yourself or anything, but how is he doing?
Yeah, so he's doing really well. He played with T2. He, I think, is in a question mark stage. Do we put him on the bench, given the opportunity to be in this game, or do we wait a little bit more, give him another game? And but the discussion now this week is about Eryk. So there's a potential that he could make the bench.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the focus so far has been looking back at the Dallas game and figuring out what went wrong in a lot of those situations. In discussing it and reviewing film, I guess what has stood out to you?
Yeah, I think what stood out first of all is our commitment and desire in the first half was not at the level that we wanted to be. I think once we allowed that goal to come in, the first goal for Dallas, I think we had a 10-minute span that we didn't react right away in order to come out of it. And that's when they scored the other 2 goals. So 3 goals in 10 minutes shows that moment we were not at a good stage mentally. And then I thought that with the way we came back in the second half, I mean, we had the chance to tie again, to come back into the game. If you look at the stats, which everybody usually looks at it when it goes against us, but it's okay. But at this time, we have more possession, we have almost the same shots, we have similar corners. I mean, we have a lot to look into it and say this game was a lot more even than what the game showed. But ultimately, it's the goals, the most important stat that we need to make sure that we take care of. And I think in this game we should have played the first half the way we did the second. And we're analyzing, all the reasons why we didn't. This is a place in Dallas that historically I have checked. Portland hasn't done very well. Only 1 win in regular season. So we need to change that. So, it didn't happen this time, but we'll continue to get better in order to improve that.
Definitely. And then what have you seen from this Orlando club that they do well that you're going to try?
Yeah, we're still looking and analyzing. We know that they will have 3 players that are international call-ups, so they will not be their 3 important players. Nevertheless, they have a good deep bench in order to provide a good team that is going to be very competitive. And we know them, but we're watching more video now to make sure that we give the proper information to the players.